NL, I think the worst part of being an only child that most people overlook is you have to marry into being an uncle or an aunt. I've been an uncle for 15 years. It's pretty rad. I'm just going to level with you. With God as my witness, I don't believe I've ever even thought about it. It doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong for this one. It's just like I don't know. It never entered into my headspace whatsoever. Being an uncle rules. You know what you remind me of is the assholes at the playground, where we're like, whenever you'll be like pushing your kid in the swing, and a dad will come over to you and like look you deep in your eyes and go like, "Best job ever," and you're just like, "Man, shut the fuck up." No, it's not. First off, you've never been a streamer, so how would you know? Or like a professional athlete or something like that. Secondly, like, yeah, it's rewarding, but sometimes it's fucking boring, bro. I've been a dad, I've been an uncle. I don't think being an uncle is all that. I like my nieces just fine, but it's not like I wake up going like, yes, I get to be an uncle today. I'm mostly just like, seeing my nieces today, cool. Let's ask them how school's going. Reuse material from Chibley's chat. It's not reused, this is a permanent draft. That was a rough draft. Also, no one was fucking with that discourse in Chibley's chat. I'm assuming because nobody in Chibley's chat is an uncle or a parent. Makes sense, like, demographically, but you know what? I thought Chibley said something very brave on his stream yesterday that it resonated with me. I won't necessarily say I agree with it, but I will say that it resonated with me. The dude's been living in his own apartment for like a week and a half, and people were like, you should buy a pet. And he was like, I'm not gonna do that. Because like I like animals, but I just got independence. I don't really want to have any dependence. You would think, because you don't know me, that I would be like, he just called a cat a dependent. That's cringe. No, man. Like, if you don't really want a pet, you don't have, that's not like a rite of passage to get a pet. They are? Yeah, but I mean, a dog, sure, but a cat is like, for the most part, you're just, you know. No, man. What do you mean? No, there's not, like, you play with them 10 minutes a day, you feed them, that takes like 3 seconds. It's nothing. And then you scoop the litter. That takes 45 seconds. That's like less than 20 minutes a day, man. And you have to clean the litter boxes. I'm just telling you, if like, I'm not saying it's zero. I'm saying it's so close to zero that you don't even have to count it. Still a consideration when you want to travel. Yeah, you have to consider which one of your friends you're going to have to come over to play with your cats for 10 minutes and fill up the food dish. I'm not a dog guy, but like having a dog is work. You got to take them outside every day. You gotta, based on what I see outside, you gotta like, you know, buy them these fuck ass sweaters and stuff like that. Pose them in pictures like with the those like wood framed boards that you push the letters into, and like when it's their birthday, you're like pupper's first birthday, and it's a picture of the puppy with like a hat on or something like that. You gotta do all that shit. You don't have to do that with your cat, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I love my cats. If they die, which we're not 100% sure, they might live forever, I'll get more if Kate wants me to get more. If she's like, maybe we could take a break for a bit, I'd be like, let's see what it's like on the other side. We'll take a little break for a bit. I'm not saying I could take them or leave them. Because I have them, I'm going to take them. But like for re-upping, I need an impetus to re-up, is all I'm going to say. And I've had cats essentially like my whole life. What if she wants a dog? It's like when your kid wants a dog. It's like if you're the one that's going to walk it. I feel like I could easily become a dog guy, by the way. But I think the way that I would have to become a dog guy is the way that most people become dog guys, which is when my kid goes to school, you go, now I've got so much free time. I could do whatever I want. And then after like a week, you're like, I forgot how to have free time. Let's buy a dog so that I can go outside and like walk the dog every day. I think that's my gateway to dog ownership, or I don't know, companionship. I don't want to offend anybody. I know dogs are a whole thing. I know, trust me, I know. Being a dog uncle clear. See, that makes a lot of sense. I do love, like, when my daughter goes over to someone's house for a play date and they have a chill dog. That's awesome. I don't really get that as an uncle, to be honest. But I think part of the reason I don't get that as an uncle is I didn't really know my nieces when they were babies. Like now they're too smart for me to just go over and like lie to them for my own amusement. Like if I knew them when they were like 3, I could have been like, oh yeah, sorry I'm late. I was playing in the NBA. And they would have been like, what? You play professional basketball? Dog uncle, that's kind of sick. Actually, I guess I have some friends that have a dog. I never really considered myself a dog uncle, though, but it does make perfect sense. Last time we went over to our friend who has a dog's house, they kept apologizing for, like, their dog's behavior, and I was like, it's a dog. Like, it's nice of you to apologize, even though the dog's not doing anything wrong, but at the same time, like, you don't have to apologize, buddy. That's an animal. Like, that is not a... There's no expectation that this dog is gonna like not jump on my shins when I come into your apartment. Of course, that's what dogs do, man. That's bad training. I literally don't care. It's a dog, man. It's not like a member of your Witcher party or whatever. Feels like a personal failure when your dog's a shithead, though. Wait till your kid says or gets a sticker at the grocery store and doesn't say thank you. And the cashier's looking at you like, and I'm like, I tell her every time. Just every once in a while, I don't tell her because I want her to do it of her own volition instead of me being like compelling her to do it. Yeah, I mean, if like your dog ate a person, that's kind of like a different story for me personally. But I would still be, I would still kind of be like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't blame the dog. I don't think I would be like, it's an evil dog. I think I would be like, you know, we've been on top of the hierarchy too long. He saw what we had and he wanted it for himself. He wanted the power. I mean, we're animals too, man. At some point, they're going to try to upset the apple cart. What's crazy to me is that you're making it out like I'm kind of like anti-dog. It's the exact opposite. I'm the dude who was getting -2s for saying, I really don't care if there's a dog in the grocery store. Everyone, no, the dog would get dog hair on my food that I then wash when I bring home to feed to my dog. They're licking my fingers? Yeah, man, they're a dog. I don't know what to tell you, dudes. I have, there's a coherency to my principles on this. People have allergies? Okay, stay out of the peanut section, man. What's crazy to me is that, I don't know. I got bit by a dog on my bike when I was like 12. I had to go to the hospital and get like a rabies shot or something. I still don't hold it against the dog, man. I still hold the grudge on the owner because the owner was basically just standing in their driveway going, stop, stop. Like when your dog's about to like bite a kid, you gotta have a little bit more urgency than that. Austin Powers bit. I kind of, my thoughts on like dogs is, wasn't there that court in Australia that was like, every dog gets one? I saw that headline. I didn't read the story, but it was like, explain. I'm pretty sure that like a dog bit a lady and the lady was like, you need to do something about that dog. And then the judge went, dogs get one bite. And I was like, that seems about fair to me. That seems about right. Well, I don't know all the rules, guys. That's what like the judge is there for, I think. Like, the judge is there to see, like if the dog is likely to reoffend, right? I believe in, like, rehabilitation, and that extends to the canine world as well, man. A lot of people talk a big game until they get bit by a dog, and all of a sudden it's like, well, where's my pound of flesh? I didn't even really want to go to the hospital when I got bit by the dog. My parents made me because they were worried I was going to get rabies. Your area of expertise is picking between 3 things. It's a good point, but I have to tell you, unfortunately, you used the wrong form of your. You used YOU''RE, which means you've lost the argument. It's sad when that happens. And it happens all the time. Because I mean, I've been speaking English for probably like 34 years, 35 years at this point. Still make typos all the time. Call me when it gets 500 million views. Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We came down to the gate and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? I wanna tell you, girl, I wanna build my world around you. Tell you that it's true. I wanna make you understand. I'm talking about a lifetime plan. Doesn't that sounds, if you put that shit in Japanese, people would be like, this is the new plastic love.